Um, and seeing that kick go through the uprights, excuse my language, but it fucking sucks. You know, I don't play for the Chargers anymore. That was 3 years ago, but when you look at the events that unfolded that day and you think about the altering, I want to word this the right way. When you think about the circumstances that it altered, a lot of things changed after that wild card loss to Jacksonville. You know, I look back at the team we had in 2022. One of the first things that came to mind was we had a lot of turmoil. We had a lot of guys that didn't get along with each other. The camaraderie, uh, it wasn't there for the first half of the season. We had free agents that were signed that never really fit the schematics of what we wanted to do, offensively and defensively. And when I think about the collapse of Jacksonville in 2022, it was like an iceberg. It was at its tipping point. You could only try to put it away for so long that it was bound to unfold how it did. And it's crazy because we were 6-6 at one point. We had just lost to Vegas and we had just lost to Kansas City back-to-back weeks. And you could look everywhere. You could check on social media. You could check the injury reports. A lot of people thought our season was done. A lot of people counted us out. I won't say names, but guys quit on us. That's what it was. I'm going to call a spade a spade. We weren't playing good football, and a lot of guys were ready to pack it up at 6-6. The vibes in the locker room felt like a morgue. It almost felt like you were walking into a funeral every day. And then we played Miami on Sunday Night Football. We're sitting at 6-6. Miami's rolling. Tua's having an MVP year. Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, Raheem Mostert, Teron Armstead. They got all these Pro Bowlers on offense. And we got 4 or 5 starters on defense out. Another pair, 3, 4 on offense that are hurt. And a lot of people at this point of the season about ready for us to pack up the season. I remember looking at Morgan Fox before the Miami game, and we're sitting in the locker room, and Phil Collins in the air tonight is playing. It's about 20 minutes before about to go on the field. And I look at him, and I'm like, man, whatever happens tonight, let's go whoop these motherfuckers' ass. I don't care if we win. I don't care if we lose. It's time to stand on fucking business because I'm tired of everybody moping around, acting like our season's over with, acting like shit is about to hit the fan. Right? We had a lot of games left. We had only played 12 games up to that point. 6 games left. We go out on Sunday Night Football. We whoop the living shit out of Miami. Tua saw ghosts that night. They couldn't run the ball for shit. They couldn't pass the ball for shit. We went 7-6. We riddled off 4 straight wins. We clinched against Indianapolis in Indianapolis on Monday Night Football. Chargers guaranteed a playoff spot. And Week 18 rolls around. Playing the Denver Broncos in Denver. Meaningless football game. We already clinched the playoff spot. We decide to play our starters. Mike Williams gets hurt. Guy nearly breaks his spine in a meaningless football game. Now, keep in mind, I'm just giving you the time frame of everything leading up to this 2022 wildcard game against Jacksonville. And you just got to see how the pieces have played out, right? On paper, we started the year really good. Looking like a good NFL team, a playoff contender. Starts to hit bumpy waters, right? After the Miami game, you kind of start improving a little bit. Go on a 4 straight win streak. Now, all of a sudden, there's a little hope. And then we lose Mike Williams in the Denver Broncos game. That was a huge fucking miss. No, I would have never played him. I don't care if we were the 7th wild card spot at worst in the playoffs. We already clinched the playoff spot. I would have never trotted out the starters that game. Never. You never see Kansas City do that. If you're trying to win the division, by all means, go play your starters. But before the collapse in Jacksonville, you got to look at everything leading up to that. We lost our best deep ball threat before we even got a chance to go win a playoff game. So you can just think about the game plan that was just minimized by losing him. Now, we get to Jacksonville. Now, before I get to this tape, Understand this. We had that game in the bag. No way around it. 27-0. You have the ball right before halftime to go and possibly put up a field goal or put up a touchdown. We had that game in the bag. We lost that game. Look at me when I'm telling you, we lost that game. I give all the credit to Trevor Lawrence. You dig yourself in a hole, you throw a bunch of picks in the first half, you come back and you walk down a team that was up 27-0. I don't care who's calling plays on the other side of the ball. If you're down 27-0 in the National Football League against quality football players and you come back and win, you got my respect. And he'll forever be respected for that. I'm not no hater shit. I'm not no guy that's going to be like, man, Trevor Lawrence sucks this and this. I watched the guy play. I watched him make throws against us. I watched him will his team back to victory. Game is game. Now, when you watch this film and you see what worked for us, I'm going to show you. And then I'm going to show you what didn't work for us and where it went wrong. So let's go into this film. First things first. Okay. Jacksonville in the first half could not run the fucking ball on us. We could put a 6-man box out there on defense. We could put a 5-man box out there. We could call man-to-man. We could call zone. You couldn't run the fucking ball on us. Like, that was the mentality. Okay? Just look at this picture right here. Please look at this picture. It's a 6-man box. Kyle Van Noy's on the edge. I'm in a 2-eye. Sebastian's in the 3. Khalil's in the 9. Drew's in the C gap. Kenneth Murray's in the A gap. And the weak spot of this defense is Derwin James. He's got to play this B gap from about 15 yards back as the safety. That's the soft part of the defense. If you want to expose this defense, you got to be able to run this ball right here and force this guy to make a tackle. And you got to get movement on this double, and you got to force this guy to not create an edge. But watch what the f we do to Jacksonville. Look at this. They can't run the ball on us. You couldn't run the ball on us. We were going to play light boxes against you and force you to run the ball on us, but you couldn't. You couldn't. I'm in a double team right here. That's Brandon Scherf. That's a fucking all-pro guard. Sebastian's right here getting knocked back in a 3 technique. Khalil's in the crease, whooping the tight end's ass. KVN send the edge. This is a fucking 6-man box, and nobody can run the ball on us. This is why shit worked against Jacksonville in the first half. Derwin James is 15 yards off the line of scrimmage at safety. 5, 10, 15. Sorry, 15 yards from the running back. Watch where he makes this tackle. 2 guys on me. Derwin's free in the B gap. Comes in, makes the tackle on ETN. They could not run the ball on us. You just couldn't. That's why we were able to do what we were able to do against these guys, because you couldn't beat us. We were going to make you beat us. We were going to run man-to-man, and you were going to show us that your best guys against our best guys, and we're going to see who's going to win this game. It didn't matter if we were in nickel. It didn't matter if we were in dollar. And we call this one base. It didn't matter if we were in base defense. Jacksonville's got 12 right here. They got 7 guys on the line of scrimmage. Just watch this play. Watch this play and tell me if Jacksonville was the better team. Watch it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They got 7 guys on the line of scrimmage. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys in the box. We got 1 linebacker in the box. Look at this. We got outnumbers right here. We got outnumbered. 7 guys. But you know what? We didn't give a shit. They would tackle for loss. They wasn't going to run the ball on us, man. Like, you just couldn't. You could not. Everybody's doing their job. Everybody's doing their job. Even in the pass game. We're in dollar right here. Now, we were able to do designer blitzes, hold them in 3rd and long situations, because when you stuff the run and they can't do nothing, you become one-dimensional. When you become one-dimensional in the football team, unless you got motherfucking Tom Brady back there, your offense ain't going to amount to nothing. You can't just sit in the pocket and throw the ball 50 times a game. And I'll talk about that when I get to the offensive side of the breakdown. But we're in man-to-man here. This is man-to-man. Another form of it. We got Michael Davis, Sante Samuel, Bryce Callahan, Alohi, Derwin. Drew, Kenneth, we got a dollar front here. Bro, they could not do nothing. Watch. Just watch. Our plan was simple. We were going to make this guy try to make throws and beat us. Just watch. Clamps. Everybody's clamped up. Everybody's clamped up. There's nowhere to go. The only possible way you could get something here is if you go to Evan Ingram right here on a check down, but it's 4th and 7. My goodness, you're going to go take a check down on 4th and 7 with Evan Ingram? We'll live with that. Asante Samuel's got this dude clamped. Alohi's got this dude clamped. Michael Davis has got him. Drew Tranquil's got him. We got Bryce coming on the blitz. Bro, we have everything working in our favor right now. Sante picks the ball. Like this was the game right here. Like, look at the energy on the sideline with everybody. Like, you see the vibes? Like, everybody's vibes were like, let's go, we got this. You know what I mean? Like, when you look at it, when you watch that game in the first half, and it pains me because when I made this video, it hurt watching it, knowing that we were the better team that day. Yeah, you could say we got out-coached, we got outplayed in the second half, but we were the better team. But coulda, woulda, shouldas don't win you games in the NFL. The scoreboard does. This was the turning point in our game. When Michael Davis got hurt on defense, tore his pec due to friendly fire, that was the momentum changer in our game. We brought in a younger DB, good player, but we couldn't run a lot of man-to-man. You put that on a young DB's plate, you're just going to get toasted. It don't matter. I've seen young DBs get toasted in the NFL. Derek Stingley, Patrick Surtain. You can't put those guys on an island their first year in the NFL. You got to mix it up for them. Run some Tampa. Run some cover 4, some palms. Cover 3. You got to mix it up. You can't just put them on islands. So our game plan drastically changed on defense. We couldn't run a lot of man now. We had to run a lot of zone. We called this cover 5. 5 adjusts. What 5 adjusts is just cover 3 weak. Derwin or the safety, whatever safety, rotates down to the weak side of the passing strength. Now, knowing that you have deep thirds, Asante's got 1, he's got 2, he's got 3. When you rotate this guy weak, he's got a tendency to help more over this side because he's got 3 receivers here, leaving this gap of the field here vulnerable for crossers, deep overs, something over the top, a comeback with a slot receiver that runs deep to pull the backside deep third corner down. But this is where the game changed for us. We couldn't run a lot of man-to-man when Michael Davis got hurt. Michael Davis was our best man corner, and Asante Samuel complemented him so well. But watch what happens when we had to run zone that game. We run 3 weak here. Derwin rotates down weak. They push the crosser over. Touchdown. That play there was the dagger. The score was 30-20. They scored that. It was 30-27. The game wasn't over yet. They kicked the field goal 30-28. The game was not over yet. Don't get me wrong. But when they scored that play, the game was over to me. You could feel the momentum shift on the sideline. Things added up when Michael Davis got hurt. When the game plan changed, we're in the huddle. We're going from cover 1 to cover 5, and it's just like what are we doing? You know? But that's what you had to do. We had to make adjustments, and the adjustments we were forced to make hurt us that day. But that play in particular, that deep over to Zay Jones, that was the dagger. When they scored that touchdown, I knew for a fact Doug Peterson knew to himself, we got the game in the bag. We can run whatever we want now. We'll get them in zone. We can have more success in the running game, and they did. When we got in 5, when we got in fire zones, when we got in 3 matches or whatnot, they had much more success on the ground. You have a lot of motions, a lot of moving parts. Now you bring the nickel into the B gap. They could run whatever they wanted. They had a lot of success. And that's how they won the game on defense, or against our defense. When Michael Davis got hurt, I truly believe our game plan changed. And for anybody on that defense that day, for the Los Angeles Chargers, you knew that. Michael Davis was a huge part of that defense. We were able to do so much inside. We could run 6-man boxes and force them to run. I was fine taking a double team. That was my job. That's what they fed me 2 steaks a week for. I didn't care if I didn't have 5 tackles, but I knew they weren't going to run the ball on us. So we worked together. The game plan just worked. Everybody knew what their job was. And then, one guy goes down and the breakdown happens. Now, offensively, let's see what happens. We had no run game that day. None. Non-existent. Yeah, we had one 17-yard rushing touchdown on a short field. But for the bulk of the game, you can look up any run that game. It was either run stuff or a gain of 1 or 2. The run game was non-existent that day. And if you have a franchise quarterback, you're paying him $50 million, you can't expect them to throw the ball 40, 50 times a game and be successful. It ain't going to work like that. No. You got to have a run game. Just watch these clips. Watch. There's just nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go. I mean, you look at this picture right here. This is a 6-man box. I'm not going to count K'Lavon Chase on here, strictly because we're running a zone this way with a read. So he's not in the numbers. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Trey McKitty's got Arden Key. These two are working these two. Corey's got him one-on-one, and these two can seal off these two. Austin Eckler right here, there's no rhyme or reason where this is a 15-yard gain at minimum. And we're on the plus side of the field. We're on the plus side of the field. Look at that. That's the 2.5-yard marker right there. Right beyond that's the touchdown. If we score here, boy, we put this game over with. But just watch. Just watch the run game. Just watch it. Like, this is what we had to deal with. Just non-existent. Just non-existent. It's tough to play football in the NFL when you can't run the rock. As simple as the game is, running, blocking, tackling, if you don't master it, you'll never win the game. Here's another play. We got 12 personnel here. We got 2 tight ends. We got Trey McKitty on the line, Gerald Everett in the sniffer position. They call this the sniffer position in the NFL. Keenan Allen and Josh Palmer right here in a stack formation. This is Sean Payton-esque right here. But here's the problem with this formation. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, possibly 9. You got a 9-man box here. We got all 11 guys here. When you call games like this, where you see a 9-man box and you still run the ball into that, you're playing to lose instead of trying to go win a football game. Like, this is that conservative bullshit I be talking about in the NFL and in college football, where you're up and you call plays like this and you don't help out your system. You don't help out the guys. We just ran zone into a 9-man box. Watch how this play unfolds. Look at this. Like, yeah, I can be mad at Austin Eckler, right? X got to go get some yards for us. And true, Eck knows that X got to go get some rushing yards in this game, 100%. I think everybody can agree with that. But when you're just running the ball into a 9-man box, pre-snap, they show 9 in the box. Like, what the fuck are we doing? One of the great things you see Sean Payton do now with Bo Nix, right? Because, Joe Lombardi came from that system, is when they show formations like this and the numbers are in the box, alert, 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 can. This right here should have been canned as some type of play action pass. Some type of cross, some dagger, some mesh, something right here. You got 9 guys in the box. You know how much open space in the field you have now? Run a play action pass. Kill him with something, but help this guy out. Don't put him in 3rd and 10 all the time and expect him to make $1 million throws to save your ass. Holy shit, what are we doing? We're just running into 9-man boxes? Like, look how many blue jerseys are around. It's not football. It's not good football. And then this play right here. This play right here, we're up 27-0, 2 minutes, 31 seconds left in the second quarter. On our minus 27-yard line. We can either go score, go put up a field goal. It's 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. I don't care if our running game has not been working, but if you call a jet sweep On 3rd and 1, just watch the play. You guys have seen this play. 3rd and 1. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left. If we go score, it's 34-0. Even if we put up a field goal, it's 30-0. 3rd and 1, and we run a jet sweep. When we ran this play right here and this play happened, this is when the momentum shifted on Jacksonville's defensive side of the ball. So remember when I talk about when Michael Davis got hurt and the momentum shifted for their offense? When we ran this play right here, this shifted for them because they went on to score after this drive. They went down and scored right before the half. Think about that swing of points. 30-0. This play right here, those two plays costed us the game. 100%. Michael Davis getting hurt, and this jet sweep right here on 3rd and 1. My goodness, your quarterback is 6'6", 250 pounds. Sneak the damn ball with him. If you feel like your running backs can't get a yard, you're going to give it to somebody who's not known for running the ball to get a yard? It hurts. It hurts to talk about this game. I remember after the game, we came in, and one of the things Brandon Staley said is, these are some things that happen in the NFL. I remember I was there right next to Khalil Mack, and everybody's just kind of listening to, what coach had to say, and Khalil is just like, he's mad. He's packing his bags. He's on the phone with his wife. He's just ready to get on the plane. Like, he didn't care. And rightfully so. Like, there's nothing you can tell me after the game to let me know, like, this is all right. Everything's going to be all right. Like, we just got walked down 27-0. It still hurts me to this day, and I don't even play for the Chargers. But, man, you think about the life-altering things that happened after that game. Who knows? Maybe we win that game. We go on and play Kansas City and beat them and play for the AFC Championship that year. Who knows? Right? You never know what could have happened. But, man, lives were changed after that game, and not a lot of people realize that. Like, we had such a great team. It started off rocky. It started to get better throughout the year. We started to put together wins, man. The camaraderie was high. We did team dinners. We were going out. We were spending time with each other's families. It was great. And then we ended on this note, and things were never the same. It's still a touchy topic. A lot of these guys here, I still keep in touch with a lot of them. We text every day. We call every day. And this is one of those topics, man, we never like to talk about because it hurt. It really did hurt. Like, I know the fans have a hard time with this game, and trust me, the players have it 100 times worse. Because we're sitting there after the game on the plane ride, long-ass plane ride back, 6.5 hours back to Los Angeles, and we're just like, what the heck just happened? And there's nothing you could tell me in that time to tell me that things like this happen in the NFL, because they don't. No. They don't. We were the better team that day. I still believe it. But, much respect to Trevor Lawrence. I think he's a great quarterback. I think he's in a great system now. And, the same with the Chargers, man. I wish nothing but the success for them. They're always going to hold a special place in my heart. Give me my first opportunity as an undrafted free agent in this league to play 3.5 seasons there. And, I'm just grateful. I'm grateful. The NFL is a special place. You meet special people. But this was a hard video to make. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope I answered any questions you guys have about that game. Things of that nature, man. Things happen. You don't wish they happen like this, but it is what it is. But I love y'all.